April 15th, 2019. I had just sold my house and I had no need for my internet anymore. So I called up Charter, who was Charter at the time. Now I believe they're Spectrum. Charter cocooned itself, and what came out was a beautiful piece of shit that was somehow worse than the previous version. Let's dive in. As the story goes, I sold my house and I had no need for internet for the next 5 months. They were still Charter at the time, so I gave them a call because you can't go online to cancel anything because convenience and 2019. And why the fuck can't you go online to cancel this stuff? It's insane. They want to talk to you though. They want to sell you. They want to get their hooks in you somehow. They want to bury the claws into your back and not let go until you're screaming bloody murder at the top of your lungs, and they will still hold on until the flesh is off your body and they are into the bones. So I called them, and as common practice, I'm put on hold for 45 minutes. I'm eventually greeted by a nice gal. I don't know her name. We'll just go with Jaquisha, some white woman. And she says, yeah, you're looking for this department. So she puts me on hold again. I love being on hold. It's like my favorite thing to do. It's like Oprah's favorite things. Being on hold, you'll want to kill yourself. And I did, it's true, I did. But I waited. And then I got hold of another guy. So this fucking guy that picks up the phone is really the catalyst of all of this nightmare. He's the reason, he's the cause. And there's no cure. There's just more pain. Still living it today, but we'll get there. He informs me that even though I don't need Charter's services for the foreseeable future, I will at one point need it again when my house is being built. And when it's completed, I will need internet there. I'm moving from one house to another house in a different city, but it still has Charter Communications. Funny that they have communications in their name when they can't communicate worth a shit. I talked to this guy and he says, why don't you just put your account into a hibernation state? This sort of limbo. It's not dead, it's not alive, it's between two worlds. And then when you're ready to reactivate, you avoid the new activation fee that we just tack on. That's bullshit. It's just money. It's just free money for us. You waive that. You get to keep your router, so you don't have to bring that in to the store, which there's like 3 locations and they're all five hours away from you, because that's what we also do. And then things will just work from day one. Oh, Adam, what a foolish, naive young man you were 5 months ago, you stupid son of a bitch. If I had known then what I know now, things would have been different. And I digress. I went ahead with this idiot scheme and put my account in a hibernation phase. I'm not getting charged with anything, but I get to keep my account info, and it's going to be as easy as 1, 2, 3 to set this thing back up. It's going to be as easy as 1, 2, fuck me to set this thing back up. And as the story goes, I lived out my next 5 months in solitude with no internet required from Charter until I eventually moved into my new house with my family, my new home, my lovely, beautiful build that I will stay in for the rest of my life with all the accoutrements that come with the house, the water, the heat, the AC, the electricity, the no internet. I called up Charter, which is now Spectrum. They've changed, they've rebranded since I talked to them last. The game has changed, but one thing will always stay a constant: sitting on hold. I was on hold for a full hour, a big 6-0 at work. I was working out at work, waiting on hold with Charter, Spectrum, whatever. I set the phone down while I lifted my weights, and I just heard that shitty elevator music on occasion. Thank you for your patience. You're next in line. All our operators are currently busy. Please be patient. We thank you for your time. Did you know that Spectrum fucks over 1 billion clients every year? I finally get a hold of a department. I'm ready to play ball. I want to reactivate my account, get that internet fired up, because I am a web developer. front-end design, UX, UI, coding, that sort of a thing, and I kind of need it for my job. And I do have a YouTube channel that I occasionally post videos to, which would be nice to do that too. So internet is kind of a thing that I need. So I call them 1 week ahead of time to get out there on day fun and set up my internet. I get a hold of Jaquisha. She tells me that my account is not active. I know, Jaquisha, I know it's not active. I need you to reactivate it. Just flip the old switch and we'll be on our way. You know, things started out friendly enough between us. I thought we were kind of honestly maybe gonna go somewhere romantically afterwards. But then things went from bad to thirst as I was parched from the constant talking I was doing and the runaround that these people were giving me. Nobody can find my account info. Finally, some Yahoo, 3 technicians later, after being on hold 3 more times, and nothing's instant. They put you on hold, it's not instant. They put you on hold, you wait. You listen to the shit music, you wait. Apparently, the guy that had set up the limbo type thing just straight up canceled it. So the account was no longer active. He just canceled it. Like, fine, okay, we got there. It took a while, it took like an hour and a half, but we got there. My time's not valuable. Let's just start a new account and we'll go from there. Of course, the person I was talking to can't actually set up a new account. I have to go to a different department, and none of this can be done online. None of this can be done online. Yeah, I have to talk to these people because they want to upsell me and stuff. Oh, we noticed you don't have the cable package. Why not? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because it's not 1992, dumbass, and I don't want to pay for ads. I don't want to pay for commercials. Oh, for only $80 more, you can get the HBO cable package. Oh, for only $80 more, you can go fuck yourself. Why would I want to pay $1 more? Why would I want to pay for garbage cable that has nothing good to offer me? I don't watch sports, really. So that's the whole game, isn't it? That's everything. I already paid for Amazon Prime, Netflix, Hulu, use my friend's HBO Go account. Like, what else do I need here? That's a whole other ball of dicks I don't need to get into right now. So after they're done with the upselling stuff, oh, and by the way, they do offer phone service too. Just like Verizon, just like AT&T, but better, but not really. But they offer that too. They wanted me to know. While they were inconveniencing me with my one thing, they're offering me 2 or 3 other things. And all I'm thinking is, you can't even get this fucking thing right. Why would I buy other shit from you? You can't do this one thing well. I couldn't imagine trying to get all that. Finally, they get me a new account set up. They have a technician scheduled to come out the day after I move in. 1 day later, I will have internet. That's great. That's wonderful. Except for it doesn't work out at all. Oh, and before I hung up, they said I had to return the modem. I think I said router before, but I meant modem. I had to return the modem. And I was thinking, that was like one of the main reasons I didn't cancel my account before, so I could keep the modem and not have to do this whole rigmarole again and get charged for this crap and all the other stuff. And they're like, no, you have to return it. Otherwise you will get a charge and that'll stay on your card. So they've already now like put a charge on my card for the modem that I was supposed to keep. So it's a temporary charge. It's a just in case I don't return it in 5 days, then they will actually like pull that money out of my account. Otherwise they'll put it back. It's like in limbo like everything else with this company. Nothing's real, nothing's tangible. It's all just a bunch of BS. I then throw out this proposal. How about I give it to the tech that comes out? Can he just take it? This was like a new concept that they never even thought about before. What? Huh? Our technicians take the modem? What? This is bananas. That's crazy. They said, yeah, I don't know, the confidence level was really there now that I have hindsight on my side, but yeah, he said, yeah. We're finally to the big day. I've moved in, it's chaotic, there's people coming and going, there's lots of stuff going on. Door-to-door salesmen trying to see if I can get my lawn sprayed and get my bugs sprayed around the house and all sorts of crap I don't want to deal with. I'm only interested in the internet so I can get to work, so I can start doing some passion projects and all that stuff. And the guy's a no-show, of course. Why would he show up? I get a call though, he's on his way, he's just running late. He's just running late from the 4-hour window they gave me for his arrival. He's late from that 4-hour window. And he can't find my house because it's not showing up correctly in Google Maps. That makes sense. It's new construction, they're running fast, they're running furious. I even screen grabbed Google Maps and drew in the road and the house where it should be based off of actual roads that are on said map. So I couldn't be clearer other than pretending I was like Siri or something and giving him on the fly directions, which I kind of did. I had to drive out and meet him. That was fine. I'm getting internet. What I did have a problem with was him making a jab at me saying, your place doesn't show up on the map. Did you know that you can actually go on Google and point out where your house is? You can have them put it in there for you. That's not true. You can do that for a business. I don't think you can do that for a house. And it's definitely not something you can do within like an hour or 10 minutes for that. You can't just put it in and be like, there I am. Secondly, what I actually said to him was, oh, really? I can do that on the internet? You know what you need in order to do that? The internet. I'm gonna be honest, this guy was kind of a clown. He bitched about Spectrum the entire time he was out there because he's a contractor. He doesn't actually, work directly with the company. Spectrum, it turns out, outsources a lot of their work, and it appears there are no qualifications to be hired with the company. This guy shows up, and I had to run the cable around my house. Like, the one fucking thing he had to do, I did for him. Because he's like, oh, can you just do one thing for me? The wheel that I used to run the cables broke. So why don't you just run the cable and I'll hold the wheel? In which I said, why don't I hold the wheel? Like, I'm in sandals, it's muddy as shit around my house, and I'm pretty sure I'm paying you to do this. And I was nicer about it because I'm kind of a sucker. I talk big on camera, but I'm an easy pushover in person. It's a flaw of mine. I need to work on being a bigger dick. But I said, okay, I guess. So I grabbed the cord and I run it around. I'm sloshing through the mud, get around the house. He's kind of giving me directions. And I get it there. And then he walks around and inspects the area and he goes, wow, this is a really good run. You did a good job. And all I'm thinking is, oh, gee, thanks. Can I do this for a living? No, I don't want to do this for a living. Fucking get my internet hooked up. He putzed around outside for a little bit and then came inside, in which I offered him a Coke for the zero work he's done so far. Good news, he accepted my drink. He popped that bad boy open, started chugging it in some sort of a celebratory job not done at all fashion. We're now in the basement where the bulk of the project is going to be, and it gets done before it gets started. When he puts in the meter, he notices there's no juice coming through the cable. He then informs me that the tower hasn't been set up yet. That means nothing to me. I don't know what that is. But I guess there's a tower that these internet companies have to turn on, and then that brings in the energy needed or whatever, the bits, the data, the kilobits, the metadata, the gigabytes, the hertz, the stuff that's needed. I know it's not metadata and stuff, I'm just joking. Instantly, he's me, and he's pissed. And he's on the phone waiting for Spectrum to pick up the other side. We're not so different, him and I, as I've been in his position, and he is not happy. And he turns to me and says, well, I'm not gonna get paid because this job ticket's gonna stay open, and I did all the work for someone else, which I'm thinking in my head, I kind of did the work and I'm not getting paid either, but whatever, we'll let you have your thing. He tells me that they need to send someone out to turn on the tower, and then another person will come out to finish up the whatever they did, the hookup, and then that person will get paid for the job that this guy pretended to do. And so then he kind of just stormed out, leaving me high and dry with my dick in my hand and no internet. And now I'm a little frustrated, I'm a little perturbed, because not only did they screw this up, they screwed up, from day one. I wasn't supposed to return my modem, which, I forgot about the modem situation. I asked the gentleman, who is incredibly incompetent, if he could take my modem back to the store. He said no. Of course he said no. Why would he say yes to such a proposal? No, he can't do it. They can't do that. That's cool. So I called up Spectrum, 1 hour of sitting on the phone again on hold. Finally got a hold of someone who sent me to another person who sent me to another person. And here we are with a fourth lady who sounded very heavy and white and from like Kentucky or something. I don't know. Everything about her pissed me off. I'm livid and I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm not an expert like they pretend to be. So I say, listen, the guy came out, he tried to hook up my internet, he was really upset, the tower wasn't activated. And the woman's like, whoa, the tower? I can't do an accent, I'm sorry. The tower isn't activated? What do you mean the tower isn't activated? I'm like, what do you mean the tower isn't activated? What do you mean? I'm not you, you're you. Tell me. bitch, she has no answers, but she's incredibly confused and sends me to another department. We are 2 hours into this bish, and I have no answers. I'm actually further back than when I started, because now they're trying to open up new tickets to investigate this tower situation. I also inform him I tried to give my modem to the guy and he declined. In which they said, well, that's no surprise. You can't give your modem to a technician. You have to turn that back in yourself. I'm not taking this to any location. And they're like, oh, well, let's look at the nearest one. Where are you at? I tell them, the nearest location from my place to drop off a modem is 45 minutes away. 45 minutes away. I am not driving 45 minutes out of my way to go to some bumfuck backwoods American place to drop off a modem and head back again. That's not my fun idea of a Saturday. Now I'm actually swearing on the phone, something I have never done. No, I've done it once before, and it was when my Xbox red ringed, my 360 red ringed. I'm young, and I was not happy because I lost a lot of games and time and whatever. I've already complained about that in the past. I started laying down the laundry list of things that have gone wrong, from the account not being set up right, to the technician making me do his job and not being able to hook up my internet, to the fact that I now have to send a modem back in or I'm going to be charged a late fee, which, bear in mind, is now the 5th day. It's now the day it was supposed to be returned. Because when I set up the internet to come out, that was on like Monday, and it was set up to come out on Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, fuck you, Adam. Friday. He was supposed to take it back. Now he couldn't take it back. So now I have to take it back. No! I told them that they're not sending out another technician. I'm going to keep my modem, and when they send out the dumbass to turn the power on to the tower, still don't know what that means, I will plug in the cable since it's already wired up by me, and then the internet will work, believe it or not. I had my internet installation waived because I did it, and because that guy couldn't get paid anyway, so fuck him. And there was really nothing else they could do for me. And keep in mind, I don't have any other options. There's nothing else out here. I was beholden to them, and they know that. They know they have the upper hand, no matter what the scenario. I said to them, I just really feel like you screwed me all over on this, and I would like something taken off of my bill each month. I want a discount. And then they had the audacity, the gall, the nerve to say back to me, sir, we only give discounts when there's, when they're paid customers with us that have had some issues with their internet for a few days. I have issues with my internet. I don't have it. I've been a paid customer with you guys for years. You motherfucks. And you screw me over constantly. I'm happy to say that the next day a Spectrum van made its way out. Wait, this is a Spectrum van with a Spectrum driver wearing a Spectrum shirt that has the logo on it, meaning he can probably take my modem since he's going to the office. I asked the guy if he can take it, and he says, yes, of course, even though 2 or 3 people on the phone the other day said no way in hell. I give it to him, I get that taken care of. He turns on the power to the tower, or whatever. And then I do the activating and tell him to go fuck himself. But before he leaves, I say, hey, this ugly orange cable that's running all around my house that I did, when's that gonna get buried? Or do I have to do that myself too? He said they hire that out as well, and it usually takes up to 10 days. It's been 20 days. No one's been out to bury the cable. Because of their incompetence, enough time passed where the sod had been laid down after the cable was ran, but before it was dug into the dirt. So I had the option of ruining my grass that's trying to dig into the soil and get rooted? I don't know how to say that word. Or I wait. I knew that if I called Spectrum, they could probably send someone out the next day to dig that thing down, but I wanted my roots to really get into the ground. They need like 3 weeks to really dig in. This is the one time that Spectrum could be leaned on harder than ever, that they could be relied on like no other for their sheer incompetence. I knew if I didn't call, they would not remember or send someone out. And I was right. It's been 20 days. They haven't been out here. My wife pulled the trigger this morning. She gave them a call, and they're coming out tomorrow to bury the cable. It's been long enough. I mowed my yard. I'm happy to say the little guy's settled in for the year. He's ready to plant, he's ready to seed. So that's good.